Do you feel like you've tried everything to manage your money, yet you still can't get ahead? You're not alone. Many of us have been taught outdated money tips that no longer work in today's economy. The good news? You don't need an economics degree to get your finances in order. With a few smart changes, you can pay off debt, start investing, and even grow your savings without sacrificing your lifestyle. In this video, I'll break down 8 money mistakes that are costing people hundreds of thousands of dollars and show you how to avoid them. Stick around because after watching, you'll be able to take control of your money without the confusion or frustration. Let's dive in. 1. Relying on willpower instead of automation. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll start saving next month," only to find that the money's already been spent? Relying on willpower to save money is a losing game. Every time you make a financial decision, you're using up your willpower. The more decisions you make, the more you deplete your mental energy, making it harder to stick to your goals. Instead, automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your paycheck to your savings account the moment you get paid. Think of it like paying a bill. It happens automatically by making your savings automatic. You're taking the guesswork out of the equation. You won't have to decide whether you'll save or spend. Your savings will happen without you even thinking about it. In 2026, you can even use tools like AI-driven apps that help determine how much you can afford to save based on your spending habits. This makes saving even easier and ensures that you're growing your savings effortlessly. Stop waiting for the perfect moment and start automating today. 2. Buying more house than you can afford. The most significant purchase you'll ever make is likely a home. Yet, far too many people end up spending more than they can handle because they get caught up in the excitement. It's easy to look at a house and think, "This is where I'll build my future." But here's the hard truth. Buying a house that stretches your budget too thin is a major financial mistake. Most experts recommend that your monthly housing costs should be no more than 28% of your gross income. This includes your mortgage, property taxes, insurance, utilities, and any HOA fees. Anything above that can put a serious strain on your finances, and you'll be left feeling house poor, struggling to make ends meet. If you don't run the numbers carefully, you may find yourself spending more on a home than you realize. It's not just a mortgage. There are phantom costs like property taxes, maintenance, and utilities that can add up quickly. A good rule of thumb is to add 30 to 50% on top of your mortgage payment for these additional costs. 3. Waiting to start investing. How many times have you said, "I'll start investing once I pay off my debt"? While it's essential to pay down debt, waiting to invest is a major mistake. The power of compounding means the earlier you start, the better. Every year you delay, you're losing out on the chance to grow your wealth. Even small contributions to your investment account, starting in your 20s, can lead to substantial wealth by the time you're ready to retire. The earlier you start, the longer your money has to grow. Don't wait until your debt is gone or until you think you have enough money to start investing. The best time to invest is today. 4. Paying a percentage to a financial advisor. Are you working with a financial advisor who charges a percentage-based fee? If so, you could be losing out on hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Here's how it works. Most financial advisors charge a 1% fee of the assets under management AUM. On the surface, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you crunch the numbers, that 1% can cost you big time. That 1% fee can take a significant portion of your investment returns. Over time, it could mean hundreds of thousands of dollars less in your retirement account. It's important to understand the impact of these fees, especially if you have a long-term investment strategy. 5. Letting debt pile up. We've all been there. Swiping the credit card for a small purchase and thinking it's no big deal. But when you accumulate debt without paying it off, you're digging yourself into a financial hole. Letting debt pile up, especially high-interest credit card debt, is one of the biggest financial mistakes you can make. Here's the thing. Credit card companies charge high interest rates, often over 20%. This means every dollar you spend ends up costing you more than you think. If you carry $8,000 in credit card debt and only pay the minimum payment, it could take years to pay off, and you'll end up paying way more than you initially borrowed. The best way to avoid this debt trap is simple. Pay off your credit cards in full every month. This will save you a ton of money in interest and allow you to keep your finances healthy. If you have debt that's hard to pay off, consider using the debt avalanche method, where you tackle high-interest debt first, or the snowball method, where you pay off smaller debts first for a quick win. Taking control of your debt is one of the most important steps in achieving financial freedom. So, make a priority to pay off your balances every month and avoid letting interest payments drain your savings. 6. Buying an expensive car. Do you dream of owning a luxury car or maybe a flashy new SUV? While there's nothing wrong with treating yourself, spending too much on a car is a huge mistake. Many people get so fixated on the monthly payment that they overlook the total cost of ownership. A car is not just a big purchase, it's an ongoing cost. Besides the monthly loan payments, there are insurance, gas, maintenance, and registration fees. Before you know it, a $700 car payment can easily turn into $1,000 a month when you factor in all the additional expenses. But here's the kicker. If you invested that $1,000 every month instead, you'd be well on your way to building significant wealth. To avoid making this mistake, use the conscious spending plan to figure out how much you can really afford to spend on a car. It's not just about the monthly payment. Look at the total cost of ownership. And if you do buy a car, hold on to it for as long as you can once it's paid off. This way, you can stop making car payments and free up that money for investments or savings. 7. Ignoring the power of compound interest. One of the biggest mistakes people make is overlooking the power of compound interest. Many focus only on short-term gains, neglecting how small investments can grow significantly over time. Compound interest allows you to earn interest on both the money you save and the interest it generates. This exponential growth is what makes early saving and investing so crucial. By starting even with small amounts and letting them grow, you can build wealth passively without having to actively manage your savings. The sooner you start, the greater the potential growth. Not only does compound interest work in your favor, but it also means that your money works for you while you sleep. So, don't wait. Use compound interest to your advantage and let time and consistency do the heavy lifting. 8. Failing to budget for big purchases. Big purchases, whether it's a vacation, a home renovation, or a new tech gadget, often throw people off track. They don't plan ahead and end up using credit or pulling money from their savings, which can lead to unnecessary debt. The key to avoiding this mistake is simple: plan ahead. If you know you're going to make a big purchase, set aside money for it in advance. Create a sinking fund, a separate savings account for these big-ticket items. This way, you'll be ready when the time comes, and you won't have to rely on credit or loans to cover the cost. There you have it. 8 ways to avoid common money mistakes that could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. By automating your savings, avoiding unnecessary debt, and making smart choices with your money, you can set yourself up for financial success. Remember, it's not about making drastic changes all at once. It's about making small, consistent decisions that add up over time. With these strategies in hand, you're equipped to make smarter financial choices that align with your goals. Start today and watch your financial situation transform in the long run. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more actionable tips on building wealth and taking control of your finances. Let's make 2026 your best financial year yet.